Good morning, everyone. It's Rafgal. We are playing some more Pokemon Shield. This is our Nuzlocke run. You'll see here we are back on the Isle of Armor, and the reason for that is because that is where Galarian Moltres is. Um, this is a kind of tricky one because basically, rather than being confined to a small area, it has a very large route that it takes. Um, it basically circles the entire island in a slow circle. I say slow because it is on the very edge of the map, basically. However, it is not actually it is very fast. You cannot get to it by chasing. This one might take a little bit to get to. So real quick here. We have Melissa, and I decided since we've been using Registeel that that'll be our new mic. We still have a few more left. They're currently in doing Poke Jobs to get their EVs up. This one is also was really tricky for me to actually find a good Pokemon to use. So I've actually gone through and reworked Mike's setup. So I kind of wish that I hadn't done the special attack there as his secondary, but it's fine. What we're gonna do, first of all I taught him Thunder Wave because that gives him the paralysis. And the second thing I taught him is Amnesia. Amnesia is sharp boost to special defense. Galarian Moltres has multiple effects that raise its special attack and two very strong special attacks. One dark type, one flying, which means that a lot of our other tanky Pokemon can't be used for this because we have a couple ghosts, we have a couple we had some fighting types. Like, all of those can't be used here. We basically are limited to what we've got. I probably would have looked at what's it called? Bridge of Ice, if it was ready, because that is another one that has that one in particular has very high special defense. But I actually kind of like the well-roundedness here. We're just gonna kinda... I think we need to find it first. And then it'll start showing up. I'm not 100% sure how this works. All I know is we're getting chased by sharks. I'm not seeing it. So it may already be on its route. And I don't think we can keep going around that way. There it is. You can see that little dot in the distance just over my helmet. Okay. It ignored us. We were not close enough. Okay. So apparently... So do we just wait for it to come back? Or do we respawn it? Let's try and respawn it. Let's see if this resets them. Yeah, okay. So we saw it turn when it got about there. So I'm guessing somewhere near the bridge? Or did it keep circling around this time? Oh, there it is. Hey, it worked. I think we've pissed it off enough? Yes. There we go. This music just is super, super intense. Okay, so I think we're starting with Amnesia. I don't want to risk this. Sucker Punch is kind of one of our freebies here. Because it basically isn't going to hit us with Sucker Punch. It has Nasty Plot, which raises its special attack 2 steps. That is what it is using. It also has Fiery Wrath, which is a dark type move that can cause flinch, and Hurricane, which can cause confusion. My big things I want to do are before we get confused, potentially, I want to get the paralysis on and start knocking it down in its hit points so that if Mike becomes confused, we can use... Basically, we're going to be okay. I don't know how much damage these are going to do. These are very powerful moves. And we're dealing with a lot of weird boosts. So that's a 3rd step. And this is going to be the make or break. Okay, that looks fine. That is totally reasonable. We should be able to survive this. If it crits, this is going to be a mess. Paralyzed can't move. Flash cannon. This should bring it down to red health. Awesome. This was much better planned than the Zapdos one where we lost 2 people. It's almost like I had a reactive response to that and went out and made a plan ahead of time. I like making plans. I'm good at making plans. So, I don't know how much we want to risk as far as keeping above the, like what threshold we want to keep above, I guess. Hurricane is actually more powerful than Fiery Wrath and can cause confusion. However, the confusion doesn't matter anymore because we don't actually have to attack it. If we're just throwing Pokeballs, we're not going to mess that up. And we should have... I mean, anytime he uses Sucker Punch or Nasty Plot... Really? Anytime he uses Sucker Punch or Nasty Plot, we get a freebie. Okay. I mean, that works. We don't have a name for Moltres yet. So We've caught Zapdos and Moltres. We found we found Moltres? Yeah, it's really something. Okay. I think, given where we're at, we're gonna take this up and how much time we have left, more importantly. We're going to actually go down to freezing here. Oh wait, that's right, he's not in here. That's why we haven't turned anything in yet. So, I guess in that case, this is just gonna be probably a short episode. I'll take a minute here just to talk. So, oh, actually, we might not actually have any other new ones right now. Like, we have Mike. I finished training Molly, so we've got EV trained Nidoqueen with high special attack. It's not like Nidoqueen has a super high special attack, but I always found it neat that they can learn Surf. And so I just went all out with it just to make it work. And for that build, I actually went with a special attack HP build. Melissa is very much just attack and speed. Very powerful setup as far as that goes. Ryan's Earthquake, Poison Jab, attack and speed. Not nearly as fast. Nidoking's not super fast, but I went with the speed build. I feel like it'll work for what we're doing. Oh, and I guess, yeah, that's the other one I have back. It did just go, this was pretty straightforward. Attack and speed. Very powerful. I mean, you saw what that did. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. My next video is going to be catching Articuno. Hopefully. And starting up the cave. Video after that, we're going to fully finish Crown Tundra. Basically wrap it up. And then we're going to start the Galarian Star Tournament. So hopefully you are still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.